Hello. Hi. Vibing. Just vibing. I hope you guys are all having a really good Sunday. I'm kind of like, not tripping out, but I'm caught off guard. What time do you look? Out of all the cards that would just happen to be here on my table would be these chakra cards, and root chakra. So I was just like, what are you trying to tell me, Spirit? trying to guide me, trying to tell me what to do? Thank you. Oh, these are dirty. Yeah. I'm just vibing, guys. I'm getting ready for the week. Yeah. Patreon tomorrow, if you're interested. Still working on it. Ooh. So Patreon dropping tomorrow. I'm making sure that I have some posts on there already. Ooh, I don't know why this is shaking. Yes. So it's going to start off, I really kind of sat and tried to decide exactly what I wanted to do on my Patreon. Like, how was I gonna, like, what did I want to do? And after really kind of just like vibing and communicating and really kind of deciding how I wanted to approach this, it's going to be like a teaching place where you can learn to read tarot, read oracle, the basics of witchcraft, just empowering your magic, sitting in your power, all the fundamental everything, for everything, all different tiers, so you can kind of decide on how much you want to invest yourself into this. And there's no pressure. I think everybody, if there's someone who, isn't interested in reading tarot or learning how to read tarot, I don't want them to feel like they have to pay for that part of the program if that's not why they're interested. They could just be coming because they like the weekly guidance and they like to learn the difference between using a black candle and a blue candle, and that's totally cool. I want to make sure that there's going to be something for everyone, and it's just a really safe place to get to know each other and learn and do fun stuff. So that's the goal, and also to be financially feasible. Financially feasible, I think, is important. So no one feels kind of like they have to not pay their rent or not pay a bill to invest in themselves. So I think the cheapest one is like $5 a month, and it goes up from there. And then, of course, still doing my same old stuff. So it'll be fun. The very first post, I talk about rose water because I just felt like talking about rose water. There's how to make it, everything, what it's good for. Yeah, because rose water is really dope, and I love it. So it's one of my things I use all the time. I love working with roses. I find roses are probably the most powerful flower there is metaphysically. So we love that. Any questions before I kind of jump into the collective? You're sweet. Thank you, Nina. And I don't know which deck I'm going to use. I just cleaned both my altars and set up offerings to my ladies, my goddesses, my goddess. Oh, we'll use you. We'll use you in a while. Also, if you guys don't cleanse with cinnamon sticks, you're missing out. Literally, by the way. So I don't want to get banged. Oh, somebody would probably, mess with me. I'm literally just lighting a cinnamon stick. These burn really awesome and evenly, and they smell amazing. Hey, beautiful. How are you? Everybody go follow my girl, the Witch of the Hollow. We're just hanging out. But I love to cleanse with these. Cinnamon are so great for cleansing as well as protection, prosperity, all the good juice. So remember, lefty-loosey, righty-tighty. To banish or remove energy, we go lefty-loosey. To bring something towards us, we go righty-tighty. Well, ciao. I'm telling you, I have always used these all year round, but especially this time of year, they're plentiful and they're inexpensive and anybody can buy them. I just use cinnamon sticks for like everything. Or I have a white willow tree in the back. I'll use them as well. Aren't they the best? Cinnamon's just the best. I just love it so much. how would you do it in your home? So the way I like to do it is I start from my back door and I go counterclockwise, room to room, space to space, wafting the smoke throughout the entire space, removing all of the energy I don't want there that's not serving me. And I go from the back door counterclockwise all the way up to the front. When I get to the front door, I open the door, and I tell everything in there that I don't want there to mosey on out. And then I go back around to the back door doing the same thing. Yeah, that's why I don't really have to freak out about opening windows and all that other stuff, because I got cats and I got kids, but I gives them exit places. So I go from the back door to the front door counterclockwise. But here's the thing, then I go back around clockwise, because when I'm going counterclockwise in the space, I'm removing things. And then you never want to leave your space with no energy in it, because that's just a blank slate, and whatever wants to race back there, whatever gets there first is going to be there. At least that's what my Baba always told me. And so I will then go clockwise around the whole space, bringing in whatever energy I want. But then I won't open the front door and the back door that next time around, because I'm putting energy and work into the space. Oh, that just means it's doing its job. It's working, and that it's time to replace it. That's all. Luckily, cinnamon is so easy to find. Like you said, you're traveling. It's a great way for you to protect your space or carry it on with you. In a pinch, if you're on the road and you wanted some sort of protection for your vehicle, you can literally just stop and get a cinnamon, or even just some ground cinnamon. I'm going to do a collective reading here in a second. Man, this time of year is the time, You can get the sticks anywhere almost. All right. Spirit, let's jump into this collective, please. I'll show you the cards too, don't worry. I just sort of like to get the cards out. Spirit will kind of tell me a number and when to stop. Okay. We good. All right, we have the Seven of Wands in reverse. This is the Bad Bitch Tarot deck. The Knight of Cups in reverse. So it's all ladies. Four of Wands in reverse. Okay. The Four of Cups in reverse. And the Lovers in reverse. Okay. I don't know how to say this nicely, but I'm going to just say it. If you keep doing things the same way within your relationships, nothing's going to change. And that's on both sides. That's in romantic relationships. That's in family relationships, everything. If you're going to keep actively doing the same thing and wanting different results, it's going to happen over and over again. The big thing that my guides are showing me is this. And this comes up a lot because I'm so passionate about this. I want to talk to you guys about the love languages real quick. And the reason why I want to talk to you guys about the love language is this. I find the way love languages are expressed within relationships from counselors and therapists incredibly toxic. Thank you for the gifts. I really love you guys. Thank you. Thank you. Let me explain to you why. Do I believe that it's important that we know everyone's love languages? Yes. But the problem is, and I see it with so many of the couples that I counsel, is this. We get so hung up on the fact that our needs or our language of love is not being met, that we're not paying attention to the simple fact that your partner is probably actively telling you that they love you in their love language all day, every day. But because you have this notion that they have to meet a specific standard, you're not seeing the fact that they are actively investing love in you and the relationship every day. Wrap your heads around that. Really think about that shit. For example, if you have a partner whose love language is words of affirmation, right? And your love language is physical touch. Two very different things. So you're sitting here and you're not paying attention to, from the moment he wakes up or they wake up, they're like, wow, thank you so much for packing my lunch. Wow, you look beautiful. Wow, I love you so much. And they're actively, the best way they know how, probably the only way they know how for so many people, actively showing you and telling you that they love you, but because you're so caught up in your needs and having it only one way with no compromise, you are not seeing that your partner is desperately trying to show you that they love you. Think about that. Really think about that. So let's step into a place of empathy and compassion. Put yourself in your partner's shoes. Okay? So you are actively, I try so hard. I tell them all day, every day, how much I love them, how beautiful they are, how amazing they are, how much I appreciate them. But they're mean to me. They're nasty to me. They don't appreciate me, all because I forgot to give them a kiss when I got home from work, or I forgot to hug them when they were sad. You see what I'm trying to say? Really, Kat? So, stop paying so much attention to the fact that you're not getting what you want. Start learning what your partner's love language is so you can understand what they're trying to tell you. And then, of course, compromise comes around the corner. Hey, I see you. I love you. I appreciate, all the love. I really, really love the fact that I feel safe in your arms. So on Saturday nights, could we set up a time where we cuddle on the couch and watch a movie? It's both people. I mean, both people have to switch their thinking. One person can never save in a relationship. The problem is there's such a lack of balance I'm seeing, which has been going on for so long. One of you, if not both of you, don't feel like you have the strength nor the energy to try something different. You know what I mean? So you have to ask yourself, are you willing to try something new? Are you willing to look at things differently? Are you willing to actually compromise this time? Because I'm going to be very honest with you, from what Spirit is showing me, you think you've been really compassionate, you think you've been compromising, but you haven't. Thank you. And I'm not saying that to be mean. I'm not saying that to make you feel bad. I'm saying that to wake you up and be like, you know what? I am expecting things from people that I'm not giving them. And that could be, the person on the other side, but you can't control them. You can only control yourself. You can't get them to be any different than they are. See, here's the thing, guys. When you get with a person, you have to understand that you're not meant to change them. How would you feel if, coming into a relationship, they were like, oh, well, I don't like the way you love me, and I don't like the way you do this, and da-da-da. I'm like, well, then why are you together? When you get with someone and you see how they are and what their love language is, you have to ask yourself, is that something I'm cool with? Am I cool with this? Can I be happy in a space like this? Because you can't expect them all of a sudden just to change, because you would never want them to expect that from you. So either you get with the program and understand that that's who they are, and either you love them for who they are and stop trying to fucking change them or change how they love you. That's the difference. And it goes both ways. But stop trying to change a motherfucker and either love them for who they are or fuck off. Thank you. Because you can't sit there and look at your partner and be like, why can't you love me? Why can't you love me the way I am? And expect them to kind of like always be so compromising, understanding when you have your period or when you have this or when you have that, when you're not being like that you're not loving them as they are. Stop loving them at their potential and actually love them who they are. Hey, Maria. Yeah, it's like you have this addiction almost to this persona in the relationship where you were always the one that got hurt, or you were always the one that, you know, had to self-sacrifice. No one's asking you to stay up until midnight to do certain things. Like, they're perfectly understanding if you didn't do it. What they would rather have is you go to bed early and get your sleep, and be happy. You staying up the extra mile at night to make sure all of their socks are folded a specific way. They don't care about that. You know, it's not important. And if they were doing that for you, you wouldn't care if they did that for you either. Like, literally. Like, if they were, like, you'd be like, oh, well, that's cool, but you didn't do this. Like, that's what's important to me. So my whole point is, if you're going to stay up until midnight packing their lunches and that's not what makes them feel groovy, then what are you doing? You know, you can't expect them to, like, just, you guys, when you started dating this person, the reason they wanted to be with you, hopefully, was not because of what you did for them, but because of who you were. Put the fucking laundry down and go sit on the couch and actually be a friend, be a companion. You know, I remember, like, when Sean and I first started dating, my husband and I now, and trust me, I've been through a lot of this stuff, and so, like, I know from firsthand experience, and that's why I relate with you guys so well. They just show me messages and what I need to talk about right now. I'll put it to you like this. When we first got together with our partners, everything they did was the most amazing thing in the world, right? Everything they did was, like, the most amazing thing in the world to us, because it was just like, oh, wow. Oh, you're so good at video games. Oh, my God, you're so cute. And then we stop. Like, but yeah, you stop stroking their ego so that they're not going to be, you know, wanting to take you out like they used to. You know? So you change too. And that's not to say that you need to get back to being, like, you know, stroking their ego like that, or being, you know, like a lot of us were when we first started dating. But you got to go with the flow and understand that things change, you know. You know, our husbands, our partners, or our family members, you know, they work long days and they come home and they've got the stresses of life just like you do. So be on the same team. Be on the same team, guys. Because when y'all argue and you're so focused on getting your point across and you're not trying to come to some solution together, y'all aren't on the same team. Y'all are on opposite teams. Stop fighting each other and fight together. Hey, girl. Yeah, it's been really beautiful out today. I was out earlier with baby girl in the backyard. We found some cool stuff back there. You know, I had my plant ID app out. We were just like, ooh, hello. I'm having a hard time because my cat just put her fluffy butt right here. I want to ask you guys a really serious question. Aren't y'all sick and tired of arguing? Aren't y'all sick and tired of arguing? Don't y'all just want to sit on the couch and laugh and have a good time and say, fuck it? Like, literally? Like, really, what do you want? You want to win an argument? You want to win an argument because they didn't take the trash out? What's up, girl? How you doing? Like, literally, what do you want? Aren't you done? Aren't you done? Because I'm going to tell you something. Sometimes winning is losing. And sometimes losing is winning. So you could put all this energy out in the world to win a bloody argument with someone, right? Just to get your fucking point across and get what you want, or whatever, you know, or just to put your foot down because they hurt your feelings, and so you gotta fucking, or they left their socks on the floor, like, oh well, you know what? My husband puts up with my crazy ass. You know what I mean? I've stabbed him a couple times with forks because I was being extra. You know what I mean? You guys gotta ask, like, aren't you done? Don't you all just want to have fun? Don't you just want to go back to the way they were? Huh? Go tell Sean. Thanks, baby. You know? Here's the thing. Listen, I'm not telling you to stay with nobody. I'm not telling you to stay with nobody. But, like, people are going to do what people are going to do regardless. If that's who they are and if that's how they get down, you have to ask yourself, are you cool with it or not? But you can sit there and constantly check your person's phone or trying to see what they're doing. You're fucking going to drive yourself crazy. They're either going to stop or they're not. Whether you catching them isn't going to stop them. Like, you got to ask yourself, like, Is this a pattern? Is this just how they get down? Like, they just not respect the relationship. I have two choices. I either stay or go. But if I stay, I'm going to drive myself crazy by constantly looking behind my back to see what was going on behind closed doors. Or if I choose to be with this person and I know how the fuck they are, and I'm not saying I could do this or that I would do this, but if that's something you choose to do, then you better sit the fuck down and enjoy the time that you do have this person, because it better be fucking worth it. I'm just saying. And I'm not judging nobody, because there's plenty of people that are more than willing to have open relationships, and that's how they are. If that's how you might want to have that conversation with them and be like, yo, if this is the way things are, I'd rather you be honest with me, and it's not going to be one way. It's going to be both of us being in a place of allowing to explore other stuff. Is that something that you're comfortable with? But you have to... I got to a point in my life and in my marriage, I either decided that I wanted to be happy or I wanted to be miserable. And so you just got to make that decision, guys. So you have to either decide to trust him and believe him or not. And if you're not going to believe him, well, then what are you going to do about it? You know what I mean? What are you going to do about it? And listen, understand, like, please understand, this is no judgment on my part. Like, you have to live your life. And I tell these people all the time, you will never hear me say, oh, he's a dog, leave. You will never hear me tell anybody what to do within their relationships or anything, because I don't have to live your life. I don't have to live your life. And who am I to judge? You know? What do I do when I have a toxic friend? I back off. I'm gonna be honest with you, I back off, because I can't change them, and it's not my job to save them. It's my job to protect myself and my energy. And it's sad and it hurts, but you know, I've learned that I can't have friendships or relationships with people that are not going to respect my boundaries or not going to respect my energy, because it triggers me. It triggers me and it fucks me up bad. It fucks me up. It triggers my depression. It triggers my PTSD, everything. I just can't do it. And I've tried for years. I've tried to keep certain friends at arm's length. But for me personally, I just can't do it. I know plenty of people who can. I know plenty of people that are like really good, you know, keeping their enemies close. You know, I can't do it. That's basically where I'm at too, Nina. Like, I slowly just back off, because, and what happens is, as I back off, like, everything else falls into place. Everything gets better. And so I just sort of don't ever go down that path anymore, because I've gotten some peace again. But like I said, I'm never one to judge anybody, because y'all gotta live your own lives. And some of you are perfectly capable of keeping your enemies close, or keeping people around you for whatever reason, or just benefit, whatever the case may be. I'm not. I'm one of those people that I'm so sensitive to other people's energy. Like, my clairsentience is fucking ridiculous, to the point where it's sometimes really a curse. And I can't do it. It's too much. You know, so, and thank you guys for all the shares and the likes and the gifts. You guys are the best. I appreciate you so much. I really, really do. I struggle with my imposter syndrome all the time, so I have a hard time ever asking for likes and shares. Like, sometimes I'll jump into other people's lives, and I just think it's so cool how, like, they just don't even give a fuck, and they'll be like, don't forget to like and share, because, you know, like, this is my business. I am trying to get my name out there, and my readings out there, and, you know, I'm going to be dropping my Patreon tomorrow, and so who doesn't want to be successful, and who doesn't want to get what they're passionate about out into the universe, so they can help as many people, as well as provide for my family, you know? I'm doing really good. Thank you. I'm excited too. Still tweaking things. I didn't want to rush it, and I certainly didn't want to fucking start it on retrograde. But and I'm a little nervous too, because with the Aries full moon coming, that energy, very Aries, so it's a lot. Thank you. I've had a lot of bad experiences with relationships, and I've had a lot of good, so I have some experience. Yes. And you be yourselves. you know? So I'm not an astrologist. But from everything I've been seeing and hearing and reading and just the energy I feel, I'm just like, ooh, thank God these retrogrades are going to be going direct here starting tomorrow and then through the 20th. So I'm like, rah. Should be very interesting. So let's get us Kat. You're like all up in my business right here. And you guys can always pop in questions whenever you want, and I'll see if I can answer them. But I think I'm done with this deck. I don't really know how I vibe with this deck. I bought it. It was expensive. It's beautiful. I just don't really vibe with it that much, and that's okay. You guys, let's talk real quick about reading etiquette. So, and this is just how I feel about this. I appreciate the gifts. I'm not giving free readings right now that are not collective. And I think it's really, and many readers have said this, please treat the people who are giving the readings with respect. You know, come in and say hello. Yeah. Don't just come in here demanding answers to your relationship stuff. I'm a person. I'm not a machine. And, you know, Spirit's the boss. I do what Spirit says, and you can ask all you want, but that doesn't mean anything. Spirit's the boss. Spirit goes where Spirit wants to go. And, yeah. Thank you. What's up, South Carolina? And thank you. I got these at Zenny. I'm due for a new pair. I had more pairs, and then we had a rescue puppy, and he ate like 3 pairs of them. See? Maya. I'm not the one to ask. I mean, I know the answers, but I'm not going to just tell you. Because I don't just... Hi, Maya. My name's Kate. It's nice to meet you. I'm a witch. I'm also a psychic, a medium. You know... I didn't even say whether or not I was giving readings right now. So, hello. Hi, Leash. That's my point, though, guys. I mean, how would you feel if I walked in your house and I just busted your door open and was like, where's Sam? Where's Sam? Is Sam coming back? Or like, give me coffee, you know? Oh my goodness, seriously? I'm gonna start just busting into people's houses to like slam open the door and be like, I demand coffee right now, or not even say anything, just walk open, throw open the door, and just go walk down the hallway and go take a pee in their toilet. Thank you. I didn't take anything the wrong way. You came in and didn't say hello. Right. Right? A little cream, no sugar. I don't understand something. Please explain something to me. Like... I'm just a curiosity. What happened to the days where people actually really respected witches? You know what I mean? Like I grew up being taught to respect. Like y'all better be on your best behavior around a witch. Because we could just say something, right? No, they're on my left. This is my right. Because, you know, like... the way the camera is. No, well, they weren't even witches, real witches at Salem. It should be for everyone, but especially so, like, you know what I mean? Well, that too, but I mean, I'm not afraid of my elders like I would be afraid of a lot of these other witches. Yeah, Jen, I do. I do. Absolutely. You know, people feel so like disconnected from other people because of a phone and everything. That's very true, Summer. What's up? What is your witchcraft and free will question? I know you guys are the best. I'm not surprised they practice. Lonnie, I think you're right. Well, respect, maybe not like, okay, I was always taught, like, even if you respected a witch out of fear, you still respected a witch because you didn't want to piss one off. What do you mean? I feel if it's put here for my free will, but against others. You know, here's the thing. Everyone's practice is uniquely theirs. And you have to find your own ethical, moral compass that you know that at the end of the night, you can sleep. Everybody else's practice has nothing to do with you. And just like your practice has nothing to do with them. Just find your own ethical compass and stick to it. I personally believe that witches are made, they're not born. Not to say that there are not people that are born into it or born with incredible gifts, but even people who are born with incredible gifts can choose not to pursue the craft and they can pursue something else. You know what I mean? And that's why I'm a firm believer in that witches are made and not born. And so anybody can practice and develop their gifts and develop their crafts. Absolutely, I believe that. I do firmly believe this, though. Speaking about the ethical compass, I do believe wholeheartedly once you decide what your ethical compass is, stick to it. That does not mean it won't adjust or change over time, but when you have one, stick to it. The reason being is you'll just feel so much more connected to yourself and who you are, and it helps you to have self-worth, self-value, and standards. I still hide 95%, if not more, of my practice. There you go, Julie. All right, Spirit. What messages do you have for us right now? Yes, I do that. I believe that. I do believe anybody can become a witch if they really put the energy and effort into it. Absolutely. I think some people it might come easier for them because, you know, it's a lineage thing. But I know plenty of people that were born with gifts that don't use them at all and choose actively not to pursue any workings like this. I know plenty. There are plenty of people that are like in the regular world who choose not to pursue any of the craft. If anything, they want to do it on their own or whatever. I do. And that's perfectly okay too. Thank you. Oh, damn. Okay. I saw this coming, but I wasn't sure, and then the cards flew out. Okay. All right. So, commitment, grieving. Commitment, grieving. Cat, you're in the way. Peace and friendship. Okay, so a lot of you are ending or have ended friendships recently. I also believe a lot of you dealt with old friendships kind of coming up to the surface or old issues throughout these retrogrades. Damn, my heart just really sank. Like I felt so strongly connected with you guys for a second. A lot of people recently, towards the end of retrograde especially, but even towards the beginning, there was a lot of friendships and acquaintances and work partners and even family members, partnerships just in general, were breaking down. A lot. It's weird because the energy I'm feeling is you're more grieving for the companionship than actually losing the person, because you're committing to the fact that your peace is so much more important than their friendship or their relationship with this person. And it hurts also because since you've detached, you're starting to see who these people really are, and it's making you question everything. This is a very slippery slope, guys. I know because I know because I know. You have to focus on just your perspective. Your perspective is this. You went into the friendship genuinely. You went into the relationships genuinely. And you're allowed to be hurt. You're allowed to be disappointed. And you're absolutely allowed to grieve. Even if they were toxic, even if they were cruel, even if they betrayed you, that doesn't change the fact that you were invested in this authentically. So no matter how they played their part in the relationship, you were going to be hurt. You were going to need to grieve, okay? It does not matter their feelings or their attachments or their lack thereof. The simple fact is that you are so pushy. You are incredibly pushy. No, she's a sweetheart. We call her Mama Kitty because she's so sweet and so loving. And we have 5 cats. My son and my daughter are both incredibly gifted. So I keep lots of cats around for protection because of the work being a medium. And for years I was a rescue medium. It's just keep my baby safe. Hi, baby. You're so sweet. You just want us all to be happy. You just want to comfort us. You're so pretty. Her name is Beatrice, technically, but Trixie for short. Because when I found her, I was really into the TV show Call of the Midwife, and there's this character named Trixie, Beatrice, so. Yes, cats can see between the veil. They can see spirits, they can see shadow people, they can see all that stuff that we can't see. And so, plus, the spirits and the other stuff don't like them. And, why do you think Egyptians absolutely worship them? Because they were so spiritually powerful, They are very, very protective. Every client of mine that has a child, I always say to get them a kitten or a cat, as long as they're not allergic, clearly, and it's in with their financial means. My puppies are my babies. I have 4 dogs too. I have lots of animals. I'm a typical witch in the sense there's a whole ass zoo in my house. I have 3 pit bulls, all rescues. And then I also have an American bulldog that my husband's dog when we started dating. And that's his baby. She's a sweetheart. You have lions that show up in your dreams. Really cool. I love all my animals, but my dogs are my babies. I know, right? Well, just so you know, what is it? The way I was brought up is that demons hate dogs. That's why in a lot of hauntings, they always kill the dog. Isn't that fucked up? But dogs will sacrifice themselves to protect the family. No, I know. I was playing around with you, Manny. So when you're a medium like I am, and you work in between the veil, like I work more on the hedge, they're great to have around. Yeah. Oh, I bet. Oh, Darth, I bet. Y'all follow Darth. She's my badass runes teacher over there. She's so good at explaining things too. I wish you would do more. Yeah, no. So hubby and I are both hardcore animal people, and he's been to war. He did 7 tours, 5 combat, both in Afghanistan and Iraq, and even before in Bosnia, and he did 22 years, and it's man, he's seen in some stuff, Oh, you're welcome. I know, I saw people keep messing with you. We both cannot handle any sad stories with pets in them. You know what I mean? Like, neither one of us. We just, yeah. We can't do it. We can't do it. But, so yeah. Hi. They're all coming over to say hi. Hey, Patricia. How are you? Oh no, Nina. I don't know why I just got really anxious all of a sudden. Who in here is like super anxious? Did the energy just really turn in the room, right? It did. Let me light some cinnamon here. The energy totally just turned. Yeah, right? No, it's not you. Hey girl, hi Mom Life. It's not Mom Life. Definitely not Mom Life. I can feel energy. It's not even, and it's not anxiety. It's just like really low vibrational. What's up, Lunar? My cat is being really like protective and like on top of me right now. Yeah, my cat's like, you notice how all of a sudden my cat's in here and like, whoa. No. Come on, cat. You're knocking everything over. Oh, really? No. Agreed, Mom Life. It could honestly even just be the egregore. It's been these retrogrades have been tough. So much. I've learned so much. You know, remember, this isn't my first rodeo. I think for a lot of people that, have, not newly woken up, or I hate that term, but have become invested in spirituality and witchcraft. It's like their first time going into a retrograde or any retrogrades like we've had, really knowing what they mean and why their energy has been off. Like in the past, they probably just didn't even notice that so many crazy things were happening. And, but yeah, no. I'm sorry. I'm trying to figure out where the energy is coming from. Yeah. Agreed. Go ahead, spirits. Do your thing. I'm telling you guys, cinnamon. You can cleanse your whole space and protect your whole space. Bring prosperity into your space by... You don't need to use like white sage. Don't use white sage, guys. Whatever. Use this right here. I love burning cinnamon sticks. It's amazing stuff. I feel better. Right? But Darth, that's a trauma response. I do it as well. Trauma from just life, childhood especially, where we automatically assume that we were the problem, even when it wasn't us. I try not to use Palo Santo if I can't get it from a good ethically sourced place. Oh, good, Julie, I'm happy for you. Thank you, Tough Cookie. I have this weird scar right here, though. It drives me crazy. When I was a kid, I got bit by a dog. I still love dogs. Gracias. But, yeah, let me get you guys some advice, and then I'm gonna go and I got some work to do. I just found all this really awesome bindweed in my backyard that I want to go cut and dry. I'm like, ooh, hello. We could use you. No, Lisa, it's not you. Your guys are fine. I'm fine. But I've also got mugwort that I have to... Yeah, I've got so much stuff to harvest before it starts getting cold. I had more time because I'm in Tennessee, but before I know it's going to... I love burning cedar and I love burning pine. Pine is my baby. Especially because my goddess loves pine. Okay, I'm using the Believe in Your Magic. So we have Clover, Release Your Guilt. We were talking about that friendship ending relationships, especially if you feel like you're the one that's had to back off. You have to protect your peace, guys. Think about how hard you've had to work to get where you are right now, and how hard you had to, or how much you've had to sacrifice already just to have the peace that you have. What are you really willing to give up to get this? You know? Think about that. Or what are you willing to, like, are you willing to give up any of this peace now that you've had it? I don't know about you guys, but ever since I found any peace at all in my life, I protect that baby like it's the most precious thing in the world, because growing up the way I was brought up, or having the relationships, just life in general, to feel so powerless and to come from places of feeling so insignificant. Once you find any peace, it's a wrap. Like, you ain't letting nobody fuck with that after you finally get that. Mirror, treat your body like the palace it is. Yeah, I know. I was really good last week. I meal prepped. I need to go do meal prepping too for the week. I like to prep a whole bunch of proteins and stuff just to keep myself and the family on track. And I was like, I totally feel completely called out right now because it's getting late and I haven't even started. Yeah. Confidence, it comes with time and practice. Affirmations, they immediately just showed me affirmations. Get on your affirmations. Set an alarm on your phone, or set several alarms with your favorite affirmation. I don't care if it's so simple as I am safe. Set an alarm that goes off at the same time every day, where, and you know how you can change the label and have it be your affirmation. So that every single day, just commit to 1 week where every single day at the exact same time, you say, I am loved or I am saved. It's such a game changer. And then we have expectations. Don't seek anyone's approval but your own. Stop looking for that outside acceptance. Stop looking to see if everybody's watching. Stop looking to see if anybody sees how hard you're investing in it. It doesn't matter at the end of the day. When you put your head on that pillow and you're proud of yourself and you feel like a bad bitch because you did the damn thing, that's when it matters. That's when it fucking matters. When you don't need anybody else to pat you on the back and remind you of how bad of a bitch you are, that's what fucking matters. Because there's nothing that equals that either, because you're trying to fill a hole inside of you that only you can fill. So you're going to constantly be looking at your partner, your friends, your spouse, like your parents, whatever, to fill this hole of you're good enough, you're valuable, by giving you the acceptance that you feel like you still need. It won't ever be enough, which will implode your relationships, by the way, because it's incredibly toxic. It is. It's incredibly toxic to expect outside people, outside of yourself, to make you feel like you're worthy enough. That's toxic. That's huge. That's amazing. I've never wallpapered anything. I mean, that's how spirit works, right? Like, you'll never get on lives and you'll just catch that one time you need to listen up. You know what I mean? Don't expect other people not to be toxic if you're still doing toxic shit. And I'm not saying this to be mean, guys. I struggle too. Like, I'm constantly healing. I'm constantly, be observant of your own actions and inactions and just figure out who the fuck you are. And then you got to ask yourself, is that who I want to be? Do I want to be somebody that is constantly so fixated on whether or not my partner can make me feel like a bad bitch? Or do I want to wake up in the morning, put some fucking eyeliner on and be like, yes, bitch, let's go. You decide on what kind of bitch do you want to be? I mean, I'm about to start a Patreon and interested, and I'm going to be teaching all types of witchcraft stuff. foundational stuff too. We got to start with the basics. It drops tomorrow, so pay attention. The cheapest one I'm gonna have is like $5 a month because I want to be accessible. You know, I've got one post up so far. I'm working on some other things, and because I was thinking about doing different tiers, but I kind of just want to do like one fucking tier, and like just be a bad bitch and like be accessible to everybody, and like, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know. I'm like trying to figure this shit out. Like, I had different tiers, but I'm like, that's also a lot of fucking work. Because then I gotta decide on what content is for what, when I could just do one fucking tier and be like, we all bad bitches. Let's be bad bitches together. You know what I mean? Like, plus I'm lazy. Like, not like, trust me, there'll be mad content up there, but it's just, I'm old, dude. Like, I feel like if I just charge you guys a little bit, like, all right, for example, like, I write everything. Like, y'all might just get a picture of what I write. Like, here's a spell. You know what I mean? Like, but they should be real, be authentic. Yeah, you know, true. I might just start basic and just have the one tier and, like, keep it. Just, you know what I mean? That's all. That's where I'm at. I'm just trying to love myself, guys. I'm just trying to heal just like you guys. I'm just trying to be a bad bitch just like you guys. That's it. You know, I'm trying to figure out how, like, okay, for example, like when my husband and I got together, I moved into his house, and I finally had to tell him, like, yo, I gotta do laundry my way. I gotta have it folded this way, because I'm the one fucking doing it. You know what I mean? Like, if it don't make sense to you, it don't matter. But if it gets done, it works. Just figure out who the fuck you are. That's all that matters. Like, if you're a bitch that doesn't like to put your socks in pairs, go get all the same pairs of socks for yourself and just throw all them bitches in one fucking drawer. Okay? There's no, who gives, like, that's not important shit. I'd rather be a bitch that always has clean socks in her drawer. I could give two fucks if they're put together. Because I'd rather use that energy to go do magic. Or take my kid to the park. Julie, there's nothing wrong with that. Just do it safe. My husband, I used to love going to the movies by myself. Now he won't let me because he's like, Well, especially because, like, just the other day, I'm starting to get recognized in person, which is crazy to me. But Darth, who gives a shit? So I have a friend, right? And I love her to death. I'm a little too OCD for this, but, like, I work with it because I got kids now, and that's why we have, like, each kid has, it's a whole thing. I love that none of her socks ever match. I think it's so fucking cute. And I love that she goes all out and she gets, like, the coolest fucking socks, too. So, like, one day she had SpongeBob on her left ankle, and then on the right ankle she had, like, tomatoes. That's just fucking cool. And I love, they're fun, they're happy, they're upbeat, like, that's so high vibrational to me. Like, you know, like, you're just like, oh, I like tomatoes and I like SpongeBob. And you put them on your ankles and you're happy. I love that. Like, I love that shit. Like, I have fun socks for the house, like, just my house socks. And, like, they're, like, the little kid ones with the rubbers on the bottom. And, like, they've got, like, really cute little shit all of them. Man, fuck you. I like my crazy socks. My husband makes fun of them all the time. But, like, he gets it now. Like, he gets it because, like, I'm a brand new. Like, I'll get in the shower. I take all my shit off. I'm all clean. And I put, like, my little girly shit on. And my, you know, whatever. And I'm just like... Hey, girl. He makes fun of me. Listen, everybody knows how I get down. Yeah, I will clean the house just like fucking this. Fuck yeah, I will clean my fucking house with a tiara on, feeling like a bad bitch, or do the dishes, or whatever. I don't fucking care. Because I'm happy, and if I don't wear it at home and, like, vibe with it, where the fuck am I gonna wear it? Where the fuck am I gonna wear it? Put your tiaras on, guys. If you got a witch hat and you never wear it because you feel like you never got a place to wear it, fucking wear it while you do the dishes. Fucking do, you know, like, I call it, like, my house cleaning shit. Like, my house cleaning shit clean as fuck. Like, they already know. Like, I put the crown on or do my thing, or I have a cute little witch hat. Like, they already know what it is. Yes. Like, go have fun with it. Go have fun with it. I love it. Like my girlfriend, she has all the cute little like 50s like what are they? The aprons. I love them. They're fucking adorable. And she loves putting them on to like it's a whole vibe. Thank you. Fucking Amazon for like 15 bucks. They're amazing. They're so cheap. Everybody, in my opinion, should have a crown or tiara or some sort of like headgear, whether it be a witch hat, a fedora, whatever it is that just makes them feel like a fucking $1,000,000. Absolutely. I have a girlfriend who's like hardcore into Harry Potter, and she bought a whole ass Harry Potter robe. And she loves to wear it. It's like almost like a Snuggie to her. I know, Witch in a Fae, I need to go check her out. I need to. Thank you. My cat's being real nosy again. That's what I'm saying, guys. Like, just be you. Be authentically you. And then, you know what? If you're in partnerships with people, and I can't say this enough, love them for who they are. Don't love them for what potential they have. Love them for who they are. I love my husband because he's the most crazy. He's crazy. An amazing provider. You know, he's funny as fuck. But he always forgets. Somehow he's got horrible aim and doesn't know how to get a dirty fucking sock into the fucking hamper. I love him to death. And, you know, for somehow he doesn't know how to fucking rinse off a dish. But I love him. Oh, that's amazing, Claudia. What do I need? Yeah, I know. Well, it would be good for work too. I'm just saying, be you. Let your freak flag fly. Have fun. Enjoy life. You know, because when else are you going to... Don't wait till you're 50 years or 60 years old. Fuck that. Just... Oof, alcoholism is a bitch. I'm not even trying to talk shit. Like, my heart goes to you. I grew up with an alcoholic father, and my ex-husband too. And my husband, he was struggling with drinking every night until he got this new job where he was on call, and it was like, what's good to keep out bad spirits? Lots of things are good to keep out bad spirits. We were just talking about it. Cats, dogs, cinnamon sticks. You can put them pretty much in every windowsill. I posted that a cinnamon broom over the front door, salt in the four corners of your space, calling in your ancestors to remove any spirits in there you don't want. I mean, there's so many ways, Tess. What's up? What's your ridiculous question? Well, at least you spelled ridiculous wrong. Or right. A lot of people don't spell that shit right. Yeah. That's what... Well, you know, he's got severe PTSD. I mean, he's shot stuff. You know what I mean? Like, he was infantry when he went to the military. He didn't stay military. He did change his job. But, I mean, yeah, you know, he takes meds. He's fucked up. Loki is not building an army of witches. Plenty of deities work with plenty of lots of different witches. Yeah, he did army 22 years. Yeah. Just tell it to get if there's anything in there, just tell it to get the fuck out. It's hard because, you know, when they get to a point where it's like, they have to admit that they really are that fucked up. Leave you how? Like, what do you mean? Okay, let me explain to you. It's trendy to work with Loki right now. So a lot of people are probably reaching out to Loki. And maybe trying to make it seem like he's reaching out to them. There are plenty of trendy deities, you know, that are very, very popular. You know, it goes in waves. I'm not a new witch. Just remember that, guys. I've been around for a long time. And, you know, a lot of the reason why people even know that these deities are calling on yourself or other people is because of social media. Oh, thanks, girl. I would never suggest any beginner witches working with deities. I didn't work with deities for years. I mean, until I was an adult, and I'd been practicing already. I was perfectly content working with just my ancestors and stuff like that. Perfectly content. My ancestors are amazing, and I would be nowhere without, I would not be where I am now without my spirits. But I'm gonna go, because I gotta meal prep. I gotta go spend some time with family. Cat's being relentless, and I've spent enough time here on Tickety Talk. Love you guys. I do post my lives on my YouTube, just in case anybody missed anything, or if they want to. Good, I'm glad you're burning the cinnamon, or you want to listen to anything again, or you came in late and you missed the beginning. So it will be up on YouTube, and by the end of the night, I'll let everybody know when Patreon opens mañana. I did post a TikTok already earlier today about what we can expect going into the week, or, you know, what we can expect going into this week. Do keep in mind the Aries full moon is a lot of energy. So you can still have a really, really great time. Just understand that people are going to be supercharged, and that take everything with a grain of salt and just focus on yourselves. Okay? Okay. Love you guys. Have a great week if I don't see you. Make sure to check out all the stuff on my page. Follow me on Instagram for sure, because I post a lot of stuff on there that I don't post the page, like tips and tricks and all that other fun stuff. If my Instagram does not link to my TikTok, it is not me. Okay? Because there's Instagram page out there that has as many followers as me, if not more, because I didn't take my Instagram seriously right away. It is not me. If it does not link to this page, it is not me. Okay? Okay. Love you guys. Have a wonderful Sunday evening, and I shall catch you all later.